Hi, I'm Steve Howard and welcome to a special episode of Positive Wrestling, the wrestling show that's full of positivity. Remember, you can find us on Twitter at PosWrestling, that's POS Wrestling, and use the hashtag PosWrestling. So on to this week's special show, which is special around the NXT Takeover Brooklyn event last night. Absolutely fantastic action throughout the show. There's a couple of honourable mentions who didn't get into the top 5, the likes of Ty Dillinger and TM61. Absolutely great performances from them at the start of the show, but the top 5 is from the main show, and number 5, it's Bayley. Really great match of Asuka, emotional performance. A couple of times Bayley escaped from the Asuka lock when you thought the match was going to be over. Bayley also hits the Bayley to belly for a close fall, but eventually Asuka gets a pin following a kick. Emotional end, Bayley goes around the ring and embraces Sasha and Becky, who are sitting at ringside. Also walks around to another part of the ring where Charlotte's sitting, embraces her. I think that's the end for Bayley in NXT, but what a great performance, and looking forward to seeing her on the main roster. Number 4 is Austin Aries. Really good match with No Way Jose. Crowd was slightly in favour of No Way Jose throughout the match, but lots of near falls. Eventually, Austin Aries hits the powerbomb into the last chantry for the win. After the match, Austin decides to stick on the last chantry to impose further punishment into No Way Jose, and Hideo Itami comes down to ringside. They have a bit of a confrontation, a bit of backwards and forwards action, and eventually Hideo hits the go to sleep and leaves Austin Aries laying in the ring, presumably setting up a new feud for the next takeover. So number 3 is Shinsuke Nakamura, the new NXT champion. Really great match. The crowd was absolutely into Shinsuke completely. Incredible entrance with Lee England Jr. on the violin. Really made sort of the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Got goosebumps. Really emotional. All the crowd was singing along to Shinsuke's theme tune. Really great commitment from Shinsuke. Good match. Some great action. Really close near falls. Samoa Joe hits a muscle buster, and you think that's going to be the end of it, but no. Eventually Shinsuke triumphs with 2 Kinshasas. Really great performance, and the crowd was so into Shinsuke at the end. Even leaving the arena, everyone was singing Shinsuke's theme tune. Really great performance. Number 2 is still the tag team champions, the Revival, in what was a match of the show. The Revival was victorious in a really close backwards and forwards match, eventually making Johnny Gargano tap out to the reverse figure 4. And it brings us on to number 1 is Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. So they gained so much in losing that match. Incredible performance. Reminded you of the Rock and Roll Express, Midnight Express matches of the past. Lots of near falls, lots of great action. At one point there was a knee kick combination, double team manoeuvre, and you think Gargano and Ciampa have got it won. 1, 2, 3. No. Foot on the ropes, and the ref stops the count at the last second. Gargano and Ciampa are celebrating, but eventually they fail in their request to gain the NXT Championship. Really emotional ending. Johnny Gargano selling his knee, selling his leg. Really emotional. Tommaso Ciampa consoles him, a bit like they did at the end of the match at the Cruiserweight Classic. They sort of walk off, embrace, and presumably to continue their quest as a team to gain the NXT Tag Team Champions. I'm really looking forward to another match between these two teams. So well done, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano.